Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
A General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi.
Welcome to the December 9th through 13th weekly recap. This was an interesting week.
It was. There was a lot of different storylines all kind of running at the same time.
Yeah, we need to come up with a different descriptor because I feel like we either say, this was an interesting week, this was a good week, this was a weird week, this was a week.
It was a week. Yeah.
What do you want to get started? I have a lot of random.
Me too. I just have kind of like, whatever. Are we getting into storyline or what kind of annoyed us?
Oh, do you want to start with what annoyed us?
Mine is really dumb, but I was annoyed.
Go ahead.
When Alexis, I think it was Wednesday, when Alexis was talking to Julian about Lucas,
Okay.
she was like, Lucas will be chasing that baby and singing to it. Why are you calling it it? And he's not really a baby anymore.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, that's what she said. When she walked in and he had that look on his face.
Yeah.
And she said, where's Lucas? Like thinking that he had died or something.
Right.
And he was like, no, he's in surgery or not surgery, like testing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then she was like, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. She said he'll be up chasing that baby in no time and singing to it. And I just thought that was a really weird sentence. You know Wiley. You know Lucas.
Could have just been a mistake.
And I don't know. It really annoyed me when as soon as
I catch myself sometimes when it's like, no, he or she or,
Yeah, not it.
It reminds me of that book, A Child Called It, and that was really sad.
See?
It's a horrible, it's a horrible story. It's a real story. Did you ever read that?
I did not read it, but I heard it was horrible. That's why
I read it in high school, and now, especially being a mom, I don't think I could even go back.
See?
I did not pick up on that. I wonder if it was just a slip of the tongue, though.
I don't know, but it really annoyed me.
That they should have had her redo that.
Yeah.
And been like,
not
the
even
baby.
Him, just Wiley. He'll
Yeah.
be chasing after Wiley and singing to him.
Yeah.
Boom. I don't know. I know it's silly, and I don't know how many other people caught it, but it really annoyed me. Did you have anything?
Like I said, I had a ton of just really random thoughts. I actually don't know how much of it's storyline.
Oh, no.
How did Nikolas not feel his ring being torn off his hand with Ava? If you're a woman and you are wearing...
Right. That was a hefty ring.
Right.
That's not like an earring that would fall out or something.
If you grasped my hand and in my wedding rings, and I've lost some weight in my fingers, and so they're pretty loose, but if you had your hand sandwiched over mine and pulled my rings off, you're going to feel it.
You would feel it, and you would hear it.
Yep.
If it fell under that bed, it would clink.
Unless she still had it in her hand, and then it didn't fall until she fell asleep because she was so dosed up. But look at her comeback, though.
To get it.
Look at her comeback.
Yes. She looked amazing.
She did.
She looked amazing.
Nina just clarifying, hey, you're not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, all right, world, come back. I am so looking forward to her and Trina's friendship. She's so really mentoring her.
So cute.
But she's also just letting her have the responsibilities.
Right.
And
she's expecting a lot of her, which is good. I think Trina can handle it.
Exactly. So she's like, all right, ask me when you have questions. But other than that, you're just going to do this. Which I think that's how it should be. That's what mentorship should be. Right. I've seen it so many times where Ava's a true mentor. So many times if it's not being done the way that person would do it, they think there's something wrong with the mentee.
Right.
And it's no.
Everyone has to get their own way.
Right.
As long as you get it done correctly, it doesn't matter how you get there. Right. Yeah, no, that's a really good friendship.
Yep. So I'm really looking forward to that. I like that she's going to be auctioning off the painting.
I can't wait to see that scene.
Who's going to win, though? Jax or Valentine?
Jax.
They're both loaded.
It has to be Jax, though.
They're so gentlemanly with each other.
It's even though they hate each other.
They are. They're so proper with their... I think it's more fun than watching people,
Oh, right.
Throw down
and watch the
articulation and the poise and everything. That should be a real reality show.
Yes.
Let's bring back the day of the duel.
Ava was my favorite line this week, talking about saying things kind of like sidetracked or whatever. She said, whenever she was leaving to Carly about Lucas, she said, "I'd say you're in my thoughts, but then you might think I'm crazy."
Yep.
I was like,
and the way that she
so
said it,
clever.
you might think that I'm crazy.
Yes.
No, that was really good. I did like how Carly was picking up on what she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of good acting this week.
There was a lot of good acting.
I'm not saying that they don't typically act well, but
it was very natural the way that you would assume that kind of conversation.
Real quick, back to the gallery. Oh. I think that I've said this before. I want to know who the artists are
of the other pictures. Yes,
because so this was also someone that I saw because you can see the name, and it's Brent Houtling.
Okay,
but I googled him, and he's like not a person.
Oh,
but I think it would be amazing if they actually featured a real artist's paintings, and guess what? Maybe they could auction them off.
That would be a great idea.
And they could raise money for one of the nonprofits that we support. Huh? Wouldn't that be a great idea?
You're so smart.
I know. But I really want that butterfly painting that's on the wall because it's standing on water, but then there's mountains in the background. Like that, I want it. So you need to tell me where I can get it. I love the art, and I think that would be a really neat.
That is a great idea.
So I've never thought about that. She's having an art auction, and that's a typical thing.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we incorporate that into, the nurses' ball, the New Year's Eve party? Let's have this be a thing.
That's a great idea.
Thanks. Again, available for consultation.
I hope they listen to you. That would be fun.
Pier54podcast@gmail.com. But yeah, I couldn't find him on Google, so I was just really kind of bummed.
Yeah.
Because even if I got that as a print, I think it would be I really liked it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, okay, let's go back to, we were talking about the really good acting this week.
So, I hate to admit it.
Okay.
But Mike with Jocelyn, I teared up a little. That was some really good acting.
That was so hard.
It was so hard. I felt so bad for her. She portrayed that perfectly.
She was
amazing. She just wanted everyone to be happy, and Sonny was going to leave. No, wait. And she pulled him into that storyline, or into, the characters they were playing.
She's an amazing actress. She's a very talented young lady.
She is. Yeah, I teared up a little. So.
It was hard.
That was really good. And Mike, too. I mean, his acting was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he can switch characters, like the age span that he's playing there.
Right.
It's just amazing.
He does do a really good job of regressing his, like you said, like he definitely goes back to when he was that age that Dev would have been Sonny.
Right.
How much does Dev go visit Mike?
I don't know.
I got the impression that he's there quite often because it seems like he's the only one that he really recognizes, even though he recognizes him as Sonny.
Right.
Although, I'm sorry, letting him win that much of checkers is not... I don't think that that's also a good...
No, I don't think that that's good either. And the same thing with the crafts game. They changed everything so he won all of that to let him win the majority. Kind of like whenever you're teaching a little kid. Okay, we're going to play the game and you can win 3 out of 5 hands, but at the same time, you need to learn the basic principles.
But at the same time, I've never worked through working with someone with Alzheimer's, so I do apologize. I actually don't know if that's... I just thought it was weird that... So the first time when Deb was like, no, move here, move here, move here.
Yes.
And you legitimately win. I'm just helping you. But letting him move all over the board and everything, I mean, I feel like that
would cause a problem. Same thing. I have no idea what the protocol is for dealing with people with Alzheimer's. But if Mike would have caught on, that would have made him really angry and upset. I feel like...
Right, because what if he played with somebody else and...
Yes. And he is easily agitated, so for him to figure out that you're letting him win, I feel like that would have been...
Well, because he's even mentioned that a couple times, like, don't talk down to me.
Yes.
Things along those lines. So
exactly.
What if he had I don't know what the correct verbiage is, but, like, what if he had come back at that moment, like you said, and realized,
Yeah. So.
That's tough. I am not happy about how quickly this...
It's progressing?
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to look up if there was actually a doctor in Sweden that's clearing plaque from the brain.
I still think that Mike's too far gone. Whatever trials there may be, I don't feel like Mike's a good candidate for it.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what everyone's saying.
Well, and like Carly said, it doesn't even start until March.
Yeah, he's going to be deteriorated even more by that point. Griffin didn't say that he was a good candidate for this study. So Sunny is just running on that's what he wants. And I don't think that is what Mike would want either. Somebody brought that up this week. Are you doing this because that's what you want? Or that's because, was it Michael?
It might have been.
I think it was Michael whenever he was talking about, you're just missing the time that you could have had with your dad, and that's not getting quality time back.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
I'm pretty sure. I won't swear.
He was very good. Michael was really good at dealing with him about.
Yeah, he was sensitive, but to the point.
Yes. So, in an article on Silence Daily from May 15th, 2019, it says, in recent years, it has become increasingly clear to researchers that the protein galectin 3 is involved in inflammatory disease in the brain. A study led by researchers at Lund University in Sweden now shows the de facto key role played by protein in Alzheimer's disease. When the researchers shut off the gene that produces this protein in mice, the amount of Alzheimer's plaque and the inflammatory load both decreased. So it sounds like this actually might be a legit study, which is, again, what we were talking about last week. Really cool how they bring in.
I love the fact that they bring in real life and that they bring awareness to different issues. I just don't feel like Mike should be put into this. I will be disappointed if they do.
I understand.
I feel like we're stretching.
Well, because then it also would do the flip side if he does go to it and it does not work.
Right.
Because some people have a real difficult time understanding the General Hospital is a soap opera. And it is really fictional.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Right. Yeah, you'd see it on TV and say, well, that didn't work. But you don't know that it would not work in your circumstances.
Correct.
So.
And especially if that article was from May 2019. Not a lot of.
Right. You need more
support.
Time.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, amazing that they are.
Yes, I'm glad
finding
that now the world is aware that there's
a possibility
and all that. That's awesome.
Yep.
But no, Mike is not a good candidate. They just need to listen to me. No, he cannot join this trial.
And we've talked about it. It has to play out the same way that Stone did. We're happy that what's going on with Robin and where she is because she has progressed with science.
Yes.
But she was scared she was going to die.
Right.
And at the time, there was she's HIV, but she doesn't have AIDS yet.
Yes.
Very interesting. So when Valentine was talking about Spencer, was it Valentine talking about Spencer saying that he enjoys going to a gastropub?
Yes.
And likes the owner's daughter? I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, they aged him. But then on Friday, we saw Nikolas Bechtel on Nikolas's phone. Yes. And I wrote, oh, thank goodness they did not age Spencer. So thank you. So that means he's coming.
Yes. That is so funny.
When they start showing pictures of people.
I wrote, Nikolas screensaver was the real Spencer! Exclamation points. So,
thank you.
Don't you hate when you're listening to a great podcast and suddenly you're interrupted by an ad?
I know. Thank goodness Stitcher lets us listen to our favorite podcasts like Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, My Favorite Murder, and many more ad-free for only $4.99 a month or $34.99 a year.
Go to Stitcher.com/premium to sign up today.
Use promo code PEER54 for 1 month free on us.
Do you have an idea for a podcast but don't know where to start? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Anchor is such an easy way to record and edit a podcast, and you can do it from either your phone or computer. Best part is you don't have to worry about getting it out there. Anchor distributes to many platforms so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. You can start making money right away without having a minimum number of listeners, too. Anchor really is everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place.
Why did Jason go to Anna with all of his information? There has to be someone else
for him to go to.
Yeah, there has to be someone else for him to go to. There's no
probably
way.
Because he wants Anna to confront him.
I don't think that's going to happen. She is going to defend him the way that Nina keeps defending Valentine.
And now she's not, though.
I know she's not, but she still was with Jax. Nina with Jax, still defending Valentine. Like, he's a bad guy, but he's not always a bad guy, blah, blah, blah. And that's exactly where Anna's going to have to be with Peter.
I think that's Nina being naive about that Valentine probably did kill. Like, she's probably not alive.
Really? Oh, see, I think.
Remember, they got the picture of her with the newspaper held up, showing the date on it, and Claudette was holding the newspaper.
Okay.
And then it just went nowhere. It was never mentioned again. Do you remember that?
I like vaguely, but not really.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because I really had to think about that, and I was
exactly.
like, what are you talking about? I'm like, when did they have these conversations? And then I remembered the newspaper picture, and then I was like, okay, maybe.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I don't know. But back to Anna.
Sorry.
Back to Anna and Peter. I don't think that she's gonna be able to be biased here.
Yeah.
She even said
it's gonna break her heart.
You're just saying this because he held you captive for 5 years. I'm sorry I can't give you your 5 years back. But he was right. In every bad situation, Peter was somewhere in the background or somewhere on the sidelines. It only made sense.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why do you think he didn't kill? That was a good why do you why do you think he didn't let the person that he hired kill?
I think he came around.
That was a bad time to come around, though. Not that I wanted.
Well, he kept trying to make the phone call, and
yeah.
But then, and I'm sorry, Laura. Like, the man says he needs to go somewhere.
I know,
in a hospital.
Let's keep talking. But wait, this is really important.
To my constituents.
Yeah.
I was upset with Laura. Actually, I'm upset with the writers because they wrote it. Considering that Laura is supposed to be so for mental health advocacy.
Mm-hmm.
She said that Claudette committed suicide. And she needs to learn that it is died by suicide or completed suicide. Not there, because committed sounds like committing a crime.
Right.
And so that's something that I've learned over the past year or so.
That was a good catch. That wouldn't have crossed my mind. I was disappointed when she was talking about she thinks that Charlotte has post-traumatic stress, but then she didn't go over to Valentine and say something.
Right. Like, hey, Charlotte knows about her bodyguard. Yeah. Maybe you need to have a conversation with her. Yeah.
Right. No, because she was saying the bodyguard's made up.
Right.
Yeah.
But she should have been asking, like, hey, did you hire a bodyguard?
Right.
Yeah. There should have been a conversation there, because let's put our differences aside.
Yeah. And if you think my kid, especially my granddaughter, has post-traumatic stress, you bring that up to the parents.
Right.
You don't just let it go.
No.
So,
nope.
Yeah, she was missing. Well, the writers were missing. On all that.
Them, because and it's like Sonny's doing now with Julian and Ava, he's putting their differences aside.
Yes.
And
that was nice. And her thank you, Ava's thank you, was a sincere
it really
thank you for taking care of her and bringing her to see me and all that. That was nice.
And Sonny got his tiny job in.
Right.
But
that's to be expected.
Overall.
Co-parenting's hard.
But you know what,
to be expected.
Carly needs to knock it off. She needs to ease up on Ava. She has been exactly where Ava's been for a legit breakdown.
Right.
Ava just thought she was going crazy.
Yes.
Oh, no, Ava was going crazy. Just what got her in there wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah. Back to Peter, though. I was just like, when's he going to realize that he is just not a good murderer?
Yes. He should have way better skills.
He's not good at it.
All the attempts that he's been trying to make, he should be better at it.
I am not a fan of giving up on things, but there is a time where you need to realize.
I guess I'm just not meant to be a murderer. I need to stop.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I loved that Willow's pajamas did not match because that is so real life.
I did too. And they were cute. Like both pieces were really cute.
Yeah.
But they did not go together.
They did not. And it was like, no, she just had the clean bottoms for that one and the clean top for that one.
She doesn't even have kids yet.
So no.
She's going to be in for a rude awakening whenever it's just like boxers and whatever shirt you can find.
So what do you think about this whole overpopulation in...
That's BS. And if they let Nell out, I'm going to be so angry. How are they going to let them out? I know that there's attorney-client privilege, but he legit just said to her, unless there's a threat on your life, and then less than 2 hours later, she's in the hospital, I suddenly got stabbed.
Right.
No.
But her other kidney is okay, so we're good. Because I actually thought about that, and I was like, what if Ryan does take it a step further and then she winds up, I don't know. I did think it was funny when Ryan said he was overcome with his desire, bloodlust, and linens for her. They're like, why did you? I love how little Chase trusts Lulu. Because not once, and not twice, but I do believe at least 3 times, he was like, I am not going to be reading about this in the newspaper. This is off the record. I don't want to say he threatened her, but he all but like really was firm about the fact that I don't.
And then she turned around and says, do you have names? I thought this was off the record, Lulu. It doesn't matter what the names are.
Exactly.
I liked how Curtis asked if they were on the track to marriage already, her and Dustin. I was like, please don't make that mistake. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, when Laura said they're in the getting to know you phase, and Curtis was like, I think we walked in on the getting to know you.
She's like,
no. That was such a real, like, I don't want to hear about it. Yep.
Definite mom reaction.
Although, gosh, what's that nurse's name? The nurse that was telling Peter about the attacker's health status, but then wouldn't tell about Franco's. So we only half break HIPAA?
I think because he saved the guy's life. Not saying that
he shot the guy.
Okay,
but she should have been giving him an update on Franco because he saved him, not...
No, I said it the wrong way.
Okay.
I think because if you were in a car accident and you hit another driver, you would want to know, are they okay? Did they make it through surgery? Even though you inflicted the damage, you didn't want to. And the way that he's portraying this is he had to shoot the shooter.
Right.
Because it was self-defense for all the people in the room. He didn't want to. So he needs to pretend like he doesn't want the person to die, and she's being nice and giving him that information. Don't feel guilty. He's not going to die, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But I would still think it's a HIPAA violation either way, no matter where your intent is coming from.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
No, that's a really good point.
That's how I took it, or why. Oh, talking about good acting again, Sunny and Carly. Sunny is like over this crap between her and Jax.
Yep.
And then she walked out anyway for Pier 17, 14. I was like, what is that?
What's up with all the new Piers? Pier 17?
I couldn't remember. Is it 17 or 14? But yeah. She walked out and Sunny's like, we're going to have a conversation. And she went anyway. That's not good for their marriage.
Yeah, and then when Valentine and Charlotte were down on the pier and they went to leave through the harbor master's office?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he is usually really good at listening to Charlotte. And she was trying to explain, I talked to this person, and he had don't talk to strangers. And then that was the end of it.
Yeah.
I felt like that was the time to have a conversation. Why is she talking to someone? She's not usually that naive.
Right.
There has to have been a reason. And
he did look and didn't see anyone.
Yeah.
But like you said, if Laura and he had that conversation, they could have sat her down, and that's probably when she would have said, but Papa, I know about the bodyguard you hired.
Right. And he was in Mommy's phone.
Right.
That's why I thought she was going to go with Laura, was say, you may know my bodyguard because Mommy has him in her phone.
Yeah.
And then their conversation ended, and I was like, oh, that was a perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still not used to new Nikolas yet. He still looks too young. When Carly and Jax were like scolding him for losing the ring, it felt like mom and dad yelling at a child.
I just don't like how dumb he is.
Yeah.
Because
he's out.
I don't want to say dumb, but you know what I'm saying. He's picking up dry cleaning?
Yeah.
Come on.
He's out and about. Port Charles is not that big of a town.
And he's a prince. People know what Nikolas Cassadine.
And they know he's supposed to be dead. So.
That too.
I don't know. He feels just wrong. Some of that writing.
And Valentine knows that something's up and it's not a 15-year-old girl staying at his house.
Right.
I mean, that duffel bag and everything, it's going to come out. It's not going to be good.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that Valentine didn't go through the duffel bag some. Not that that was his right, but you could tell that was men's.
I love that he
clothes.
Ran out onto the terrace.
I want to see the view from your. No, there's no one there, Valentine. At least Nikolas is good about moving quickly for that kind of stuff because he's almost been caught at Jax's house 6 times already.
Seriously,
and he's been out of the room.
Yeah,
but he wanders around Port Charles like it's his backyard.
Doesn't even wear sunglasses and a hat.
No, he's not good at it. I'm waiting for him to walk into Kelly's and order some scones and coffee.
It's crazy.
It is. Oh, Brooklyn. What do you think? Are we assuming it's just like sexual favors that the new...
Could be because we just went through all that stuff with Kesha.
Yeah.
And so they might be bringing... Like we went through this.
we
were right by her.
We were part of that team.
But it is a recent storyline.
Yes.
Kesha just went through all that stuff with Dr. Luke. So maybe...
That would make sense. And that was the only thing I could think of, because she said, we're clear now on what I'm willing to do and what I'm not, or something along those lines that made it sound like they had a falling out over, I don't know.
Was the Dr. Luke thing sexual favors, or was it, I think there was abuse in there somewhere, but I don't know if it was. Regardless, whatever it was.
Management treating you poorly is going to be the main point of the story.
Overstepping
yes.
the boundaries. So but she fired Lois, so we need Lois back.
We do. We need the real Lois back. They could even bring Brenda back. That would be awesome. Jacksontown.
Oh. I want him to get with Nina, though.
And with Sunny and Carly fighting, that would be great. I'm not ready to break up Sunny and Carly. I'm just saying Brenda would add some.
I do think that when it comes out, Sunny is actually going to fully understand why Carly.
He is, but I'm not sure why they're not telling him right now. I don't understand what it would hurt for him to know. He's not going to tell anyone.
And Carly brought up a good point, though, because he would get deported, and then Jax is like, yeah, but what about... I know.
I think it's a stretch. I think Sunny should be allowed to know.
I agree. Because I think he could help.
Yeah.
You know, and he would not call Spencer.
Right. Even if he can't help, he wouldn't hurt the situation, and it's going to hurt their marriage to continue keeping the secret.
Mm-hmm. I thought she was actually going to tell him for a second.
I thought so too, but I've said before, the loyalty that she has to Jax is weird.
Yeah.
There's co-parenting, and there's being friends, and then there's Carly and Jax. It's a whole new line.
And it's not a goal level.
No, it's inappropriate. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see who Ned brings in to help Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Because she said, producers, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we'll get a whole new music
Maybe
scene.
Dylan will come back.
That would be so nice.
Even though he did video, but
yeah,
he's still in the entertainment industry.
Right. Maybe he's grown some being out in California. I love Dylan. Yes, bring Dylan
Robert
back.
Watkins.
Yay.
He was a good recast.
Mm-hmm. He was.
He was tough to get used. I mean, it was like we've talked about.
We don't like to get used to.
But I think for Dylan was a good recast. We'll just leave it at that.
Yes, we could use him back. Besides that, I don't have anything else. It was a lot of story this week.
Oh, the other thing. See, and this is what I'm talking about, that I had see, you say it's a lot of story. I have a lot of randomness.
Okay.
Where is Sawyer? Because they always talk about Sawyer being Port Charles High School's rival. Do the kids in Beecher's Corner go to Port Charles High School, or do they have their own school? And why is Beecher's Corner not the rival if they do go to a different high school?
But maybe it is.
Right.
That's what I would assume.
I think that they probably all go to the same school.
Really? You think Beecher's Corner is that close? No. See, I think that Beecher's Corner would be, what is it called?
Beecher's Corner?
No. What's the other high school?
Sawyer.
No, I've heard some people that are really proud of being from Renton, and not that I think that that's a bad thing, but it's not a subdivision. It's not. But yes, I would think that Beecher's Corner is Sawyer. I don't know why that is the name of it. Maybe some famous person. Who knows?
I don't know.
But
we want to know.
Yeah, that's my idea. That's my thought process. I don't have anything else though. A lot of storyline. I have just random notes also, because reading those like triggers what I was thinking at that time. I like to add emojis to the end of each of my sentences.
I like it.
But I can't think of anything else. We talked pretty in depth there.
We did. So I did have one Instagram shout out. So on Friday they showed the building, and I took a picture of it and posted it. Oh my gosh. And posted it on our Instagram page and said, who else loves when they show the outside of the building? And did you know that it's actually Los Angeles General Hospital?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's actually a hospital. And Aurora Navarro, 14, was born there.
Oh, how cute.
So jealous.
Yes.
I mean,
that would be the coolest thing. I was born at General Hospital.
And a lot of people just saying, yes, I love seeing it. It's like the old days. Someone said that it looks like the outside of New York Presbyterian in New York City, but it's not. I actually Googled.
Of course you did.
Well, I like to fact check.
You are a nerd.
And then someone said that their mom was a nurse there. Why can't I find it? Jacqueline Tirado. I do because my mom used to work at that hospital. And a lot of us said, and she said, so Paul Broadway, NYC said, wow, what hospital is that? And Jacqueline said, that's General Hospital in Los Angeles. And he just said, I never knew that was a real general hospital. And I said, I didn't know that either. And now we all know.
We all know now.
But it's not filmed there.
Right. It's just that's the building.
Yeah. They're filmed on a soundstage at Prospect Studios.
We need to go take a tour.
We do. We're working on that. Yeah, I just thought that was really cool that someone was born there.
Yes. And
someone's mom works there.
I would talk about that all the time. Yes. That would be my claim to fame. I was born in General Hospital.
Mm-hmm. No, the General Hospital. You know, the one you see on TV?
Exactly.
You want to talk about people being like, you need a reality check. Speaking of which.
Reality check. That was a good segue.
That was.
Nice moving along there.
Didn't even mean to. I was just thinking, I'm like, people are going to really think you're crazy.
All right, what's your reality?
My daughter got her braces off on Monday.
Why do you say that's sad? That's the best thing ever.
It is, but it's just like another milestone that they're moving from being kids to actual adults.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay. So we've done that. Where do we go from there? You know, so they're gone. But we had a really good day because we had lunch afterwards and we went shopping and just had a nice
girls' day. Nice.
And you'll be proud of me that I basically canceled all of my optional things this week.
I am proud of you because it is very hard for you to say no to anything.
Yes.
So good job, Shannon.
And I did. And I napped a lot. And why do you even nap a lot? I'm not even going to say that because I didn't. The only day I napped was yesterday.
You just rested.
What's the difference? I did not move around a lot. And I have learned that there are things I can't do, like clapping. It hurts my stitches.
Picture you as all those memes of like the little dinosaur that's like, no, I can't clap.
I can't.
That's what I think of it.
But like, I mean, and when you work out, I mean, the pectoral fly, like it's to work out your chest. Well, that's not how I clap, but you know what I mean.
I wish I was at your church this morning if you're like, oh.
I can't laugh either because that hurts.
I'm sorry, that was just really funny to imagine. You'd be taking out the people next to you. Like, this is me clapping.
I'm trying so hard. Oh, okay. But yeah, so it hurts. But other than that, I'm just looking forward to the holiday coming up. So
we're so close. Christmas is
we're
so
a week
close.
Away.
So close. I'm not ready.
And I think that's really all that I have because I did nothing. So
but those are good weeks. You took care of yourself. You didn't do nothing. You had some self-care that you needed to heal, which is really hard for you. So good job.
Yes. Thanks.
Good job. Gold star for Shannon.
Yay. What about you?
My daughter had 2 bowling games this week.
Cool.
I just feel like the kids love to make me look stupid, though. That's my reality. So Emily's game was here locally. It started at 3:30. They're normally not done until around 6-ish.
Okay.
Megan had her volleyball class, and it's 5 to 6, and it's about 20 minutes from here. So I said to Emily, I'm going to come for the first part of your game, then I have to leave. Take your sister volleyball. I will be back to pick you up when I am done. It's going to be like 15, 20-minute difference depending on when you finish up because I can't be at 2 places at once, and that's just how it is. So sure enough, there's no reception where Megan is at all. Perfect. So sure enough, I come out of Megan's class, and I thought I was being productive because I dropped Megan off too. Madeline and I went to the store, got some grocery shopping done, dinner, blah, blah, blah. Came back to get Megan. Madeline got to watch her. She's doing very good with the volleyball thing, so woohoo. Yay. Get in the car, start on my way home, and my phone starts ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, what in the heck? It's the people who work at the bowling alley that I know because of also being on a bowling league. And they're like, Emily's here. Emily's ready to be picked up. Where are you? Blah, blah, blah. And so I walked in there and I was like, I don't know what she told you, but I told her I was going to be late. And they said, well, this particular match, there wasn't a girls' team, so they got done quickly. And there was only one bowler on the boys' team, which I found odd, but okay. And so the match ended quickly. And so Emily had been sitting there for like 40 minutes instead of 20 minutes. And I was like, I'm sorry. At the end of the day,
sorry that you got done
still
early.
the same thing. Like, I can't. And Emily was not trying to make me look dumb. She told them what was going on.
Yeah.
It was not her fault. When I was on the way there, I was so mad because I thought she had made me look dumb.
I don't think it's the kids that are making you look dumb. It's everything's geared towards as though kids are only children.
Right.
And they are top priority for absolutely everything. And that came out completely wrong. But you know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean. It's unrealistic to think that if you are a family of more than one child, if you're a family that doesn't have two parents in it and two parents that work exactly. I mean, in this case, you couldn't even be a 9-to-5 worker. Correct. Because you wouldn't get there on time.
Oh, yeah, hold it. Let's add that in too. Everyone has a stay-at-home mom.
Yes, everyone has a stay-at-home mom.
And everyone has a nanny and a housekeeper.
Yes. And
that is how life is designed now.
I guess if that's true, that I totally dropped the ball by not scheduling the right chauffeur to go pick her up. But no, that's not how my life works.
Quit giving Jeeves the day off.
Exactly. On bowling days, I gotta pay better attention. So, yeah, again, it was not Emily. I thought it was. I was ready to chew her out when I got there. And they were like, no, she said that you were at whatever. Well, then why are you
Yeah.
She said she was here for this reason. It's not like she's standing out in the cold.
And wait, how old is she?
She's 16, almost 17. So it's not like it was Madeline.
Correct.
Exactly. But yeah, it was just one of those
legally
moments.
able to go places by herself.
Yeah. And again, our local bowling alley,
it's a mom and pop.
The whole town knows all of us because the kids have all gone through bowling and stuff. It's not like some random stranger that's going to walk in.
Right.
Yeah, and take her. So I know they had good intentions, and I really do appreciate where it was coming from, but it was just one of those things where you're making me feel like I'm having a mom fail when I wasn't having a mom fail. I had it all mapped out.
Right.
So that was my reality
I think that is probably so many people listening's reality that we can't be in two places at once, and
don't make me feel bad. Yeah, taking care of all of my children. I'm sorry. So,
and it's not like Em was freaking out and didn't know where you were, which that one I can understand.
Yes.
Okay, so my son was supposed to take the ACTs yesterday. The school never received them, and they didn't cancel it until yesterday morning. He drove up there, and then he called me, and I'm thinking, so my son was in the car accident a couple months ago. I'm thinking
something bad. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because he had already texted me that he was there. So I'm like, why are we calling me?
Yes.
But so they're going to let them reschedule, no extra charge, blah, 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 blah. But I guess they had been trying to get them overnighted or something. Okay. So that's why they didn't say anything until that morning. But like there's some kids that actually, so he's a junior, so we don't have to worry about it that much.
Right.
Some kids need their scores for college deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
And so on the form it says, if you need this for a college deadline, give us the school's name and we'll reach out to them. The ACT will reach out to them.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. So it was not the school's fault. It was definitely the ACTs, because the ACTs were like, hey, we will talk to them. But still, like, those poor kids are probably freaking out. Like,
yes.
They didn't know what's going on, and same thing. Em knew what was going on.
Right.
So,
yep. No, it was all
and she's a 16-year-old child.
Right.
In a 16-year-old young lady, I'm sorry, that can take care of herself.
In a place that she's fully comfortable. It's not like someplace we've never been before. I don't know. It was just, again, I appreciate the good intentions, but they made me feel like I can do nothing right. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards I was like, no, I did everything right. Everyone knew where I was.
Yep.
And I was just taking care of all of them. So, frustrated mom, whatever. So that wasn't bad. That was just my reality. And then besides that, it's all good stuff. Today is our Girl Scout holiday party. Yay. Going to the bowling alley, ironically. So,
she's returning to the scene of the crime.
Yes. So that should be fun. Yeah, it's nice to see the little kids. Oh, the juniors earned their bronze award yesterday.
Aww.
They went to the nursing home and made ornaments for them, and they did a bingo game with them, and they had presents for them. And I did not make it there, but the moms that were there said you could just see the residents like kind of confused at first, like, why are you here? I don't know this child. And then they were like, Merry Christmas from the Girl Scouts, and gave them the present. And
that is so sweet.
Little faces lit up, and they were so happy, and so it made me.
I love that.
So proud of all my girls that aren't my girls, but they are.
They are. Girl Scouts. They're your girls.
So good job, Girl Scouts.
Yay. So I guess that's it.
Yeah.
So on Thursday, we're going to be talking about Christmas in Port Charles.
As we sit here and talk about it, it's coming too fast.
Yeah. So we decided to do the holiday episodes before because we're not going to have time to record our Christmas episode on December 23rd, 4th, or 5th.
Shannon doesn't want to see me on Christmas for some reason.
I don't
know why.
I'm a bad friend. Well, we probably have opposite kid schedules.
No, that is one thing that my ex is very generous with, that I will have them. He'll take them Christmas Eve and bring them back Christmas Eve so that they can do church and like Christmas Eve festivities with my family. Mm-hmm. And then I'll have them all of Christmas Day.
Okay.
So he's very kind with that and I super appreciate it.
So he'll pick them up Christmas Eve.
After school.
He works until 4, I think, that day. So he should take them at noon on Christmas Eve and bring them back at noon Christmas Day.
Oh.
But I think he's going to wait and get them, unless he has his dad pick them up. I don't know.
That might be something you want to ask about since we are less than 2 weeks away.
We think that we switched it's a whole thing. But I was like,
there's a reality trying to figure out kids' schedules for holidays.
Because I was like, well, did we switch? Because sometimes we switch. And he's like, I think that you had them. And then, so one set of in-laws are at my husband's brother and his family are at my in-laws' house on Christmas Eve. His sister and her family are there Christmas Day. We go both to see all of them.
Right.
So we kind of rely on them to tell us, were our kids with your kids last year? Or which cousins did they not see?
Yeah.
Well, so JD and I were talking about something and he's like, no, last year we had them for Christmas Eve. And when I looked at the custody agreement, my ex should have them for Christmas Eve. So like, can we please just go back to the custody agreement? Because he was very adamant that he had them last year on Christmas Eve. And I was like, I really don't think so, but okay. So, yeah, custody agreements.
Yeah.
And even when you're working to get it along, the second that you make a tweak to it.
Oh, right. You can't remember.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's very difficult. Same thing. I asked the kids, whose weekend is it? What's going on?
See, that I have in my phone.
Well, last weekend messed me up because there was supposed to be a Girl Scout meeting on Madeline's birthday, which was his weekend, but he had given her back to me early. Again, very generous with giving her to me for her birthday. And so then we had a meeting last Sunday on my weekend, and I was totally thrown off by the fact that I had to take them to Girl Scouts on a weekend that I had them.
Yeah.
And then this weekend, it's his weekend, and we have the Christmas party, and I'm like, I don't know who is supposed to be where.
The time of year, you don't know what day it is, what time it is, what we're doing.
Yes. But it all works out.
But all that to say that we're going to be talking about Christmas in Port Charles.
Yes.
So just join us on Thursday to talk about the Christmases of General Hospital Past.
That sounds like a movie. So join us then. Have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.